Just imagine stumbling upon a tiny little restaurant hidden in the basement of a Japanese residential building where they serve some of the best tonkatsu you've had in your life. Then, just down the street, you're swept into a jam session at a jazz bar where strangers become friends and every song feels like a shared secret. We are continuing our eating and culture tour through Japan. Last time, you saw us board the Shinkansen, leaving Japan's Kansai region behind as we made our way to the largest city in the world.
Maybe the most important thing you need to know about Tokyo, from my point of view, is every chef I know, every high-end chef from Spain, France, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, basically every chef I've ever met, if you asked them, if you had to spend the rest of your life in one country, eating one country's food for the rest of your life, where would that be? They're all going to say the same thing. Japan. Tokyo.
But when I checked into my hostel, things took an unexpected turn. Instead of getting a key or a keycard, all I got was a bed number. No locks on any doors, just an open space where anyone could walk into any room, 24/7. I didn't mind sleeping in an unlocked room, but leaving all my stuff here during the day felt quite uncomfortable. So, after a long day, I went to bed there, but I was planning to find another place to stay in the morning. This is the story of a boy roaming around Tokyo without a hotel. He tried 4 hotels, but they were all full. So then he saw this line and he thought, that's a nice way to relax, sitting in line for half an hour. So he gave it a try and ended up in one of the better tonkatsu restaurants of Tokyo. Let me tell you something about tonkatsu. Tonkatsu is a breaded pork cutlet, fried until golden, crispy and perfect. Like you. It's traditionally served with shredded cabbage, rice, Japanese pickles, tonkatsu sauce. Tonkatsu sauce consists of ketchup, soy sauce and mirin. It's basically like a Japanese Worcester sauce. And lastly, on my plate you can see some Japanese curry. Japanese curry is a bit different from Indian or Thai curry. You can very easily make it at home using Japanese curry blocks, so I suggest you give it a try. Do it, make it yourself. After breakfast, I booked a bed in a business capsule hotel because I'm business like that. Here's my room. The hotel is in the Taito district, which is famous for a lot of things, but what really stands out is Kappabashi Street, or Kitchen City. It's the go-to spot for all kinds of kitchen gear. And if you're after a Japanese kitchen knife, like I am, this is the place to be. Stay tuned for that. After dropping off my stuff, I headed out to explore the neighborhood and stumbled upon this cute ceramic store, which reminds me of a very special mission I'm on. The mission! My friend Shaheen back home collects coffee cups from around the world. So, I'm on the lookout for the perfect one to bring back as a souvenir. For the rest of my stay, I'll be keeping my eyes open to see if I can find something unique.
Anyway, we're going to the park. It's a beautiful day out. So beautiful! You see it there? All the people going up the stairs. We're going there into the park. It should be beautiful.
Let me introduce you to Ueno Park. This place became like my second home in Tokyo since I passed through it so many times. It's actually Japan's first public park and houses some of Tokyo's major museums.
It's very nice, a little cold brew coffee.
Slurp, slurp.
So apparently today it's Children's Day in Japan. I don't really know what it means, but I assume that the children get pampered, get ice cream with their parents, go out to the playground, etc. I see a lot of children in the park, so it must be true. Gonna get some food, I'm so hungry. Starving!
After strolling around the city for a while, I came across this awesome street food market. The vibe was perfect. Everyone enjoying themselves, eating delicious food, soaking up the sun. Amazing. I spotted a guy making cheese coins, which I've always wanted to try. So, of course, I ordered one.
Okay, cheese coin taste test. Tastes like a cheese pancake. Tastes like home, I like it.
I was ready to keep sampling all the goodies, but there was one big problem.
I want to eat all this food, but I need to pee so bad. Oh my god, yes. Ik zie stopcontact, wasbak, intercom. Okay, I'm free. Now I'm gonna eat so much food.
Back to eating. I ordered an okonomiyaki, which is a savory Japanese pancake made with batter mixed with shredded cabbage, green onions, and various ingredients like pork, shrimp, cheese, etc. It's cooked on a griddle and topped with a sweet, tangy sauce, mayo, dried seaweed, and bonito flakes. Wow, look at that. Dinner time! I found this amazing little restaurant. Just look how cute it is! In Japan, it is very common to sit at the bar around the kitchen, which gives you a front row seat to all the cooking action. For starters, I had a jelly filled with fish. Very unique, very tasty. Then, I got to the famous cold soba set. If you're wondering how to eat this, check out my Osaka video. Tokyo is known for having some of the best jazz bars in the world. Jazz became hugely popular in Japan after World War II, when American jazz musicians performed for US troops stationed there. Japanese audiences quickly developed a love for jazz, and soon a unique jazz scene emerged, blending Western and Japanese influences. Today, Tokyo jazz bars keep that rich tradition alive. Since I'm a huge fan of live jazz, I'm on yet another mission. Explore the jazz scene in Tokyo and find the best jazz bar. Tonight, I checked out the first spot and it was an instant hit. In Japan, there are 3 major convenience chain stores. 7-Eleven, Family Mart and Lawson. Instead of large supermarkets, Japan has smaller stores within walking distance, offering fresh, ready-made meals every day. Perfect for the fast-paced lifestyle here in Tokyo. Wait. Can you see it? What a guy, my guy.
Right, I'm just going to get a coffee now. But I have a feeling we're going here for lunch. Look, let me see this. Look at this line. Look at that. Look at all those
chickens.
Again, big line here. Wow, what are we lining up for? For the teacups.
Teacup hunting for Shahid.
Okay, the verdict is in. This is famous tempura. And look at the ass though. And this is famous okonomiyaki. Well, anyway, I'm here for a little coffee.
So, I went here for coffee, but what I didn't expect is that there were such crafty dessert wizards. I never really used to be into desserts that much, but when I started working in the kitchen of a fancy restaurant and had to make them myself, I really gained an appreciation for the art of creating a beautiful and well-balanced dessert. You can only be a great cook if you love to eat, and let yourself be inspired by new flavors and ideas. I then headed over to the big nearby temple. I think it's one of the biggest and most visited religious sites, Buddhist temples in the world. It's dedicated to the deity of compassion.
Did you know they have the Mona Lisa on display here? Look at all those
Chickens.
I think it's very beautiful. I heard a lot of coins, so maybe I can get rid of my 1 yen coins here.
I donated some money to get rid of all my spare coins, out of charity.
No more financial misorganization.
And after that, I shook the box with the sticks to get my fortune. And the number on it matches a fortune slip which you can take from the cupboard.
And I got the best fortune, yes. When spring comes, willows are in bud. Just like flowers bloom on all branches, something happy will come. This means your wishes will be realized, the sick person will recover, the lost article will be found.
Impossible.
Perhaps the archives are incomplete.
The person you are waiting will come but late. Building a new house and remove all are good. Making a trip is no problem. Marriage and employment are good. Your fortune is always good. Never be destroyed. Alright, now we've been blessed. Let's go for a little hamburger steak.
But I got totally sidetracked by this massive line of people waiting outside of a pastry shop. Without even knowing what they were selling, I just hopped in line to try whatever was popular. Turns out they were selling a sweet treat that's kind of like a Dutch eierkoek, but filled with red bean paste and very delicious. Definitely worth the wait. After that side quest, I finally reached the hamburger steak restaurant. This restaurant was super cozy, like a Japanese steak on a European bistro. The walls were covered in signatures, which means all kinds of celebrities dined here in this restaurant. That came out weirdly. I ordered the standard hamburger steak, which came with pasta, veggies and gravy on a sizzling hot cast iron plate. After that, I headed to the local park and grabbed some food from a street vendor. I was listening to a really interesting podcast featuring Lori Gottlieb. She wrote my favorite book of the year about a therapist in therapy. I was actually planning to end my night at the jazz bar, but when I arrived, I found out it was closed. Instead of jazz, I ended up at a cozy Indian restaurant, and the food was absolutely delicious. Perfect way to wrap up the evening. I also enjoyed eating with my hands. At the start of this day, I went to a very small, cutesy breakfast restaurant. They served a delicious breakfast set with soup, egg, onigiri, chicken, pickles, tea and something I can't quite remember, okay? I actually walked past this restaurant the other day and saw a huge line, but this time, today, I stumbled upon it by chance and got seated instantly. After breakfast, I wandered around the city and ended up at Ichiran Ramen, a famous noodle restaurant where you can sit in your own private booth and don't need to talk to anyone. You simply fill your order on a paper and they bring it to you without talking, no nothing. The ramen itself was amazing, so much so that I came back a couple days later after a few evening drinks. I was planning to visit the museum that day, but when I found out it was closed, I figured it was the perfect time to do something totally unexpected.
What the, that's crazy.
Been a while since I shaved my mustache, maybe a couple of years.
Mr. Lova.
Today I started my day at an iconic restaurant, Starbucks. It's a joke. I enjoyed the coffee, had breakfast and spent some time editing. But here's where the day got quite interesting.
Whatever I don't do for a good shot for YouTube, eh? Hold on. What is it? How does this guy have 2 monkeys? That's crazy.
After that unexpected encounter, I took a small trip to a ramen restaurant at Ueno Station. The spot was quite unique because they only served vegan dishes. Next, I headed to the big National Museum near Ueno Station. Ueno Station. This museum is one of Japan's oldest and is home to a stunning collection of art and artifacts. My favorite part was this armor of a former daimyo shogun. Shogun was like the military leader back in the day in feudal Japan. Actually, this one is very special to me because he got featured in a story, a book. I featured this book in a book club I do with a friend of mine. The book's called Shogun, and in there you have Lord Toranaga, and he's based off of a real shogun who wore this armor. After a long day of exploring the museum, I made my way across town to Shibuya, where I met up with a friend's sister. For starters, we had tofu with mushrooms, absolutely amazing, incredible, stunning, slay. For the main dish, we had a tonkatsu set, paired with beer, and it was amazing. The crispy tonkatsu, the cozy atmosphere, and a great company made for an unforgettable evening. I started today with a traditional Japanese breakfast. One of the highlights was natto mixed with raw egg, a classic combo. Natto is known for its sticky texture and a strong flavor, but it's packed with protein and considered a super healthy start of the day. It's definitely an acquired taste, but I am totally here for it, okay? Today, I'm going on a day trip to Yokohama. Yokohama is a vibrant city just south of Tokyo, known for its beautiful waterfront, the botanical gardens, and the largest Chinatown in Japan. After arriving in Yokohama station, I immediately noticed a street food stall right across from the exit. It was buzzing with activity. Local workers were standing in the streets, bowl of ramen in hand. Like many ramen spots in Japan, you order through a vending machine, which then prints out the ticket for the cooks. A few minutes later, I had a steaming bowl of ramen in my hands. After wandering through the city for a bit, I stumbled upon something hilarious. A kebab cart selling sushi kebab. Come on, now, come on. It was basically a kebab roll, but instead of bread or like a pizza, the roll was made of sushi. I was still pretty full from the ramen, but it was so unexpected that I just had to give it a try. Plus, the kebab guy was super funny and really sold me on it.
We have it sushi, kebab.
For the rest of the day, I wandered around Yokohama and got a feel for the city. I stopped by the Instant Noodle Museum, which was pretty fun, especially the part where you make your own custom ramen.
The first ever instant noodle, and then it went all the different ones. That's crazy.
But then, yet another unexpected thing. A Dutch pirate ship. Turns out it came from Amsterdam and was here to celebrate the collaboration between the Dutch and the Japanese company. I said hi. Hi, come to say hi.
My father says hi.
Then after that, I spent the afternoon exploring Yokohama's beautiful parks while listening to an audiobook. Right now, I'm making my way through the Elon Musk biography. He's an interesting guy. Let me say that.
Favorite aisle. I'm gonna try some different oolong tea.
As the day turned to evening, I found myself in Yokohama's famous Chinatown, obviously. I stopped at the popular Sichuan restaurant. And let me tell you, by the way, Sichuan is like an area of China where they eat the most spicy and crazy food. The food was phenomenal.
Look at all those chickens!
The dumplings were some of the best I've ever had, and the mapo tofu, hallelujah. Absolutely incredible. It was spicy, not just hot, but intensely flavorful, with layers of chili, anise and other spices that left my mouth completely numbed, but in the best way possible, eh? But it was so good. I ate so much that even the lady sitting next to me couldn't help but comment on it.
That's all you ate?
Everything, yeah.
Wow. How did you know this restaurant? Is it famous?
No, I looked on Reddit. Good choice, huh? I think. Oh my god, I just committed the biggest violation ever to my body. My punishment, tomorrow morning, the ring of fire.
And it burns, burns, burns.
After stuffing myself, I made my way back to Tokyo. To end the night, I visited yet another jazz bar. It was cozy, homey and so casual. A few regulars were chatting warmly at the bar and they even included me in their conversation a few times. It was so sweet. I sat there with my book, soaking in the music, which the hostess, by the way, thoughtfully selected from an incredible vinyl collection. It was the ideal way to end such a packed and exciting day. I started the day off with a dish I've wanted to try for a long time now, omu rice. I still remember when I first discovered this dish through a famous Japanese chef with brightly colored hair who specialized in omu rice. He has a restaurant in Kyoto, I believe, but I forgot to visit it when I was there.
これでいい状態ですね。でふわふわ4回か5回ぐらいでねオムレツを作っていきます。これがオムレツの形ですね。じゃあいきます。これがトンですね。トントントンコロリンチョコロリンチョね。これで中から半熟卵が出てきて表は1枚の焼けた薄い卵焼き状態ですね。ですから転がってくれます。コロコロコロ。で表面は焼き色つかないです。よろしいでしょうか。卵はオムレツの端から真ん中を端から端ですね。切れば落ちてくれます。
At one point, I even challenged myself to make an omelette like this every day.
My spirit animal.
After breakfast, it was time to visit Yoyogi Park, one of Tokyo's largest and most vibrant parks. These barrels, donated by sake producers, are an important part of Japanese culture. They are traditionally given as offerings to the Meiji Shrine located nearby and represent a wish for prosperity and good fortune.
Hey, are you modeling this? Say no, say why not? You're beautiful. Click like, I take the picture. Destroy me. Click like, come on, bring it.
Next, I visited yet another park, which was also just lovely. I spent some time there relaxing and listening to a very interesting episode of Diary of a CEO, the podcast featuring the vegan doctor. Very thought-provoking. In the evening, I headed to Shibuya to enjoy some food and drinks. Look at this. Whoa, wait. I was chilling on my way to a nice izakaya when I encountered an epic obstacle. The Shibuya crossing! Fun fact, the Shibuya crossing is often referred to as the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world. At peak times, around 2,500 people can cross the intersection every time the light turns green. Anyway, what do we think? Is a celebrity out there? You guys know who we're watching here? No? I want to know. They love them. I love you! Okay, I asked some people, it was a K-pop star. Oh my god, these people. That's crazy. It was a K-pop star.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys know?
They're in the Acne Studios new campaign.
Oh.
So if you check the new Acne Studios campaign, you'll find them.
Oh, okay.
I got a little video. Kind of see them.
Can I take a video of the video?
Yes.
It was like a group.
Yes. 5 people, I think. 5 girls.
Wow, can you imagine living such a life?
It's not bad.
Whenever you go in public. While walking back, I stumbled upon something very interesting. A narrow alley near Shibuya station packed with tiny izakayas. Each of these spots could only fit a handful of people, creating a very intimate and unique atmosphere. I had already eaten and they were quite full already, so I didn't stop by this time, but it immediately caught my attention. It felt like the perfect spot to return to, so I'm already looking forward to exploring one of these little gems tomorrow. Today I plan to visit the Japanese Imperial Palace, but on my way I stumbled upon a hidden gem, a remarkable tonkatsu restaurant tucked away in the basement of a residential building. The cozy space could only accommodate a few guests, with just one chef and one waitress running the entire place. Come on! This tonkatsu experience was easily one of the best I've ever had. I then stood in line for a tour of the Imperial Palace. Although it's free, you have to line up, sign a form and receive a number before you can enter. The tour itself was wonderful. Our guide was especially amazing. Such a funny and lively lady with a wealth of interesting facts to share about this place. The English group claimed the biggest. Alright, we're out of here. It was fun. The tour guide, she was so quirky, so lovely, very funny. Now we're going back to the park, laying in the hammock, chill for a little bit. I'm so tired, quite hungry. It's the perfect day today. Later, as dinner approached, I headed back to Shibuya for a special outdoor movie event. I walked past there yesterday and I saw that tonight they would be playing Cinema Paradiso, which I wanted to see for a long time, so I came back for it. However, when I arrived, I realized I'd made a huge, hilarious mistake. The movie was in Italian, because it's an Italian classic, and the subtitles were obviously in Japanese, so I couldn't understand any of it. After the movie, I decided to visit one of the charming izakayas in the alleyway I passed yesterday.
I think the smallest two-person kitchen I've ever seen.
I picked one with 2 friendly employees who both spoke English, which made for some great conversations.
Yeah, chef is really good, like
Thank you, it was very nice. Good food, good conversation. Have a nice evening, eh? Bye-bye. Oh, wow, that's so nice. That's crazy. Okay, right now we are going to... Ow, my head. We're going to the station and we're going to watch some jazz. Later, I headed to my absolute favorite jazz club of this whole trip. Or in fact, probably, definitely my favorite jazz club ever. It was packed like a clown car, with people sitting close together on small chairs and stools. I love these kind of environments because they create a sense of community, right? And the cozy proximity encourages spontaneous interactions. When I walked in, I was immediately noticed by the saxophone player, who kindly pulled up the very last chair in the whole joint, just for me. Later, I even became the mic stand for him while he played the flute. The club didn't have one fixed band. Instead, it was a continuous jam session with musicians playing a couple songs before swapping out compositions. It was so packed that the musicians had to wait outside on the staircase, and even the staff played. The owner played sax, and the manager, who was a total character, played the drums. Now, speaking about the manager, he was an absolute highlight. He was hilarious and kept the energy in the place going. Every time someone new walked into this clown car, he managed to just squeeze them in somewhere.
That looks so sweet. I'm from America. Where? City. What city? Nashville, Tennessee.
Everybody loved Hannah, especially the manager. And the funny twist, I accidentally spilled Hannah's fiance's gin and tonic all over him. But instead of being upset, he was super cool about it. And we ended up becoming friends. Thanks for coming along for this week's adventure. We ate some amazing food and found the best jazz bar in Tokyo. Everything we hoped for. Wait! Didn't we forget something? Thanks for watching. Tune in next time for more Tokyo fun and souvenir shopping. Like, subscribe and leave a comment. If I don't reply, I'll buy you a card. Promise, drink some water or click this video. You might enjoy it. Bye!